well, let's just go over here. So tonight we're doing a first look at Ages of Cataria. Thank you very much to the publishers for the key for that. I haven't played it. We're going in blind, which is how I normally do first looks. They describe it as a cozy story generation game. So we watch villagers age and grow older and have children and things like that. So, excuse me. So yeah, I don't really know much more about it, but it looked very interesting. And I requested a key because I thought we might want to check it out. However, I will mention that normally I am already at my computer and halfway ready to go by the time my, hey, you should probably set up for stream alarm goes off at 3:30. But today that one took me by surprise, so I'm still like eating lunch and stuff. So yeah, my apologies for that. Right now I can't do anything at all because Tux is standing in front of both my monitors. Could you please decide where you're going to be, darling? Where are you going to be? Where are you going to be? DC, thank you for the shout-outs. Liara's been playing some Void Crew, probably with Periapsis and Zen Tractor, I'm guessing. Oh, Zuasha did Cat Quest. Nice. Can't remember whether it's Cat Quest or Cat Quest 2 that I've done a bit of a short first look at. You're eating meat on chips? So, like, you mean loaded fries? What are you doing, Tux? All right, thank you. All right, so Ages of Cataria, that's what we're talking about. It is an early access game that was released in November last year, developed and published by Third Pie Studios. So we shall have a look at that. See how we go. Ooh, they're going to have elves. Nice. Okay, but for right now, they've only got humans. Choose your origin story. Oh my goodness. This is quite involved, isn't it? So we can have change of pace. Certain members of a village have decided to uproot their lives and head to the new land of Cataria. A group gathers and decides they'll travel together to start a new home together. This one gives you 10 corn, 10 timber, 10 stone, and no whatever those are, crystals of some description. Land of plenty. Nearby towns have repeatedly over-harvested trees, leaving this town with little to collect. Fearing a lack of resources, a few members of the town decide to head off to Cataria, where resources are said to be abundant. Gives us 20 food, 5 timber, 5 stone, no crystals, and a plus 15 wellness bonus. We could flee the plague. Sickness has spread throughout the land and everyone is getting sick. Trade has fallen and the townspeople fear things will never return to normal. Hoping for a better start, a group gathers together to escape possible death. 10 corn, 15 timber, 15 stone, 0 crystals, and minus 10 to wellness. We could flee from tyranny. Working day and night without breaks begins to take a toll on the villagers around town. They'd stop if it wasn't for their stern governor watching their every move and forcing them to work longer. Consequences for not obeying? Exile. After years of this, a group of villagers accept exile rather than more work. In Cataria, they can set their own schedules without fear. 10 food, 5 timber, 10 stone, 0 crystals, plus 5 to mining skill. We could be shipwrecked traders. Trading ship is out at sea when pirates attack aboard their ship, taking the crew prisoners. A few days later, a major storm hits the ship, tearing it to shreds in the middle of the ocean. As the storm fades, people start to meet up on the beach and soon realise they're in the Cataria with no way off. Time to settle and prepare shelter. We start with no food, but 20 timber, 20 rocks and 5 crystal things. Or we can be fugitives. Escape from the law. Running a crime syndicate isn't easy, and life begins to weigh on the gang. After years of running from the law, they promise each other just one more job. But after a guard asked one too many questions, the job got messy, and now the gang is wanted for murder. With nowhere to run, they decide to set sail for the new land of Cataria, where there is no law. No food, 5 timber and rock, and 20 crystals. Leaving tyranny is actually a pretty common reason for colonisers to head out. Oftentimes the colonial power in question will just say, yeah, take this stuff and go live over there. That's true. That's true. I don't mind the leaving tyranny scenario. I mean, change of pace, I guess, is the default start. That's how we got America, yeah. Hello, Sheenism. Says, good dooming, Doomfire and Tux and Doom Liara and Doom Marsha and chat. Hydrate. Yes, sir. I will do that right now. I'm going to take a mouthful of my food too. Shanisom's checking in. Shanisom has existed 20 times. You guys only exist when I'm streaming. I don't understand object permanence. When I'm not streaming and you're not here, you don't exist anymore. Totally true. True story. Much as I'd love to explore these, again, I know nothing about the game. So let's just take the default change of pace and see what it looks like. Go from there. All right. Choose your villages. How many villages are we getting? Unless you join me via intergalactic telecommunications via Discord. True. That is true. All right, so we can choose Adam. What does that mean, Fire Thumb? -4 to farming and herbalism. He's paranoid, less likely to have a conversation with another villager. He's calm, though. Positive effects are increased. He's paranoid and calm? Those two things seem kind of mutually exclusive to me. If you're paranoid, you're like constantly stressed. He's also messy. Extra -10 wellness when seeing poop. Oh, seeing poop is going to be a thing. It's going to be like clanfolk all over again. He has a mining skill of 9. Whatever this is of 7. What's that? Farming? Taming. Scholar of 6. Fishing 11. Cooking 6. Farming 6. Lumberjack 7. Paranoid but chill about it, yeah. Or Branda. She's anxious, bad wellness effects are amplified. She loves animals, +5 wellness for having a pet or for petting the animals. She's a foodie, +5 wellness from meals, but she's also paranoid. She has 11 mining, 12 taming, 10 scholar, 9 fishing, 7 cooking, 10 farming, 6 lumberjack. So my best guess is that we get to take 4 people with us, I'm assuming this means, right? And we're going to want a combination that gives us decent highest level skill in here. So Adam's got a maximum of 11 in fishing. I think we can rule out Adam. His skill level's much lower than Branda. Branda's got 12 in taming, 11 in mining, and then 10 in 2 other things. Thomas is neat. He gets a larger negative effect when seeing poop. He has a green thumb, so he gets +4 to farming and herbalism. He's a picky eater, though. -10 wellness when eating grass or bland veggies. But he's a bookworm. Scholar skill increases by 5. His top level skill is a 9. He's got a 9 in 3 places, so don't know about him. Rosa. She's a foodie. She's intelligent. She always gets a negative when working. And she's calm. She's stressed and she's calm. I love these combinations. Oh, can we actually name the villagers in this, can we do? I don't even know that. Tux, buddy, pal, friend, you need to settle some. No, you need to stop. You need to settle somewhere. What are you doing? She's got level 10 scholar, level 10 farming, level 10 cooking. Kyrie, I can't. Oh, hang on. There we go. Collects 2 more meat and 1 more leather when hunting. Okay, so hunting is a thing they do, but it's not a skill set. Oh, maybe farming, fishing, and hunting is one thing. Okay. 2 more meat and 1 more leather when hunting. He's a genius, so he gets +6 to all skills. Damn. He's got a green thumb, +4 to farming and herbalism, and he's calm. There's no negatives here. Like, there's literally no negatives here. And he gets +6 to all skills. So does that mean that he'll have 12 in mining, or is that already a +6? Tux can't settle. He's paranoid but calm. Oh, we're taking Kyrie. Can't rename him here. I don't know whether we can rename him in the game. Debbie. Debbie is mindful, gets extra wellness when doing restful activities. She's messy. She doesn't like seeing poop. Wait, what? Thomas gets a larger negative effect when seeing poop because he's neat. She gets a larger negative effect when seeing poop because she's messy? Guys, what? She's stressed and she stays up later. She's got some decent skills though. 11 in hunting, fishing, 10 in taming, farming, and lumberjack. Huda has a green thumb. She's a harvester, gets an extra resource when collecting or working. She's a genius, +6 to all skills, but she's paranoid. I think we'll take her. The harvester bonus is nice. Kyrie's also a green thumb though. Maybe, let's try. Morris. All right, come here, buddy. Morris is an animal lover. Has a green thumb. He has the harvester. He gets a larger negative effect when seeing poop though. He's got pretty decent skills in mining, which we don't have a high skill in yet. And also hunting. So what's Huda got? Hunting and cooking. Okay, and then we've got Kida. She is stressed. She's a bookworm. She's intelligent. And she has the Deadeye bonus. She's got decent lumberjack and mining skills. Don't like the stressed. Always gets a negative when working. Like, that's a guaranteed negative when working, which doesn't sound great. And in fact, this guy's got more lumberjack and mining. Tux, you need to stop. You need to stop. What are you doing? Do you want to go outside? Debbie sounds like you. If he's anything like Benson, he won't stop. He's only started doing this in the last, hour. And it doesn't matter what I try to offer him, he doesn't want whatever's on offer. Like, he wants something, but he doesn't want anything. It's really frustrating. Hey, Oak Tree, how you doing? Would a mining bookworm often be sitting somewhere with a cup of warm beverage and a book? Possibly. He's probably found a sneaky little place in the mining caves where he's set up a couple of rugs and a cushion and a lantern. And he goes down there and he does an hour or two of mining just so that people think that he's really busy. And then he goes and finds his little nook and just reads a book for the rest of his shift. with his mole friends. Okay, so we've chosen 3. We've got 1 more slot to fill. If we can get someone with 12 in taming or 12 in scholar, then we'd have 12 across the board. So Brander has 12 in the taming. So I guess we're going to take Brander. She's anxious and paranoid. Bad wellness effects are amplified. But she can improve her wellness by petting an animal. So that might be manageable. So let's take Brander. Okay, so we've got 12 across the board except in Scholar, where we've got 11. But like I said, I don't know whether these people who get pluses to skills have already got them applied or will have them applied once we get in the game. Oh, hey, we can customize our peeps. All right, customize Kyrie. Can we rename Kyrie, though? Change his hair, facial hair, his clothing. But we can't change his name? Yeah, I'm not seeing a rename, unless we have to wait until we get actually load into the game to be able to rename them. I think I'll just leave them with their default appearance. Whoops. Oh no! Shit. Nope. Nope. Something's wrong. Oh yeah, we didn't take Adam, we took Morris. Okay, so Huda and Brandon look exactly the same except for skin colouring. So I think I will change their, like, can I change your hairstyle? I can't change your hairstyle, I can only change your hair colour. Oh. Okay, never mind then. So can't... Alright, well, let's just say Huda and Branda are like sisters. Totally. The early access is showing, yeah, a little bit. Alrighty. Okay, so when you start, the game is not paused. Interesting. Your group has braved the journey and found a suitable spot to settle and call home. While they are excited to settle, these villagers will need to collect resources to put up a shelter as soon as possible or bear the elements. A new life in Cataria is exciting and full of possibilities. This is the first generation of villagers in a new town. Will they set up the next generation for success? Oh, right. So we have to, like, find them people to marry and, like, have babies with or something. Can we have same-sex marriage and adoption? Probably not. It's a pioneer thing. Adoption probably wasn't all that common. Right. Welcome to Ages of Cataria. Follow these tasks to get a better understanding of how to play. You can hover your mouse cursor over the question mark button on the left to view more information about the current task. You can also click on this button to keep the information tooltip on screen. Click on the question mark to keep the tooltip open. This is where more information about your current task will be displayed. Refer to this when you need more information about how to complete a task. Okay. If you're there, you definitely won't set them up for success. You didn't sign up for making babies. With the name, you really thought this would be cat themes? Well, there's a Cataria Fables or whatever it's called with a K, spelled with a K. I'm not sure if they do have the same pronunciation or not. Okay, continue. You can look around the world by holding the right mouse button and moving your mouse around. Use WASD to move the camera. Okay, well, I'm pressing WASD and it's not doing anything, so obviously not yet. I only do that when I'm unpaused. No. Hold either shift to move 2 times faster or control to move 2 times slower. Okay, but WASD's not doing anything, game. Why is WASD not doing anything? Okay, I haven't remapped it. Oh, there we go. Excuse me, I did not unpause. That is not a thing I did. I zoom out? I can't zoom out. Left click a villager to select them and view their basic info. Okay, Huda. Huda. Oh, here we go. We can rename them here. Alright, so Liara wanted to be Brander. Why would you have customize your villagers on the starting screen, but then not have rename available there? Or did I have, maybe I just had to click on the name and it would have let me? All right, let's make Huda can be Zuasha. And we seem to have to pause and unpause and then to get that to update. Okay. So they get plus 30, I guess wellness is the same as morale, right? For being new and feeling fresh, but Brander's anxious all the time and has minus 5. Okay, but correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't anxious say bad wellness effects are amplified? It doesn't say that being anxious is a negative on its own, and yet she got minus 5 because she's anxious. So that is a misleading description. I would expect that to mean that, like, if she sees poop and gets minus 5, that because she's anxious, she'll get minus 10 or something, rather than that she just randomly gets minus 5. Because the other ones all say, like, plus or minus, but this one just says bad wellness effects around. So that's misleading. I don't appreciate the tooltip on that. That needs some work. Jeremondu, hello! Morris has got... Can you stop unpausing every time I do something, please? Morris has got plus 15 wellness because he got to pet a piggy. Where is Morris? Oh, yeah. I don't love the fact that I can't use WASD while the game is paused either. So far, lots of early access issues that make it not a joy to start off with. Not a great initial impression. You can't, like, why would you lock WASD out when paused? Like, obviously, if I pause the game, I want to be able to look around. Why is that a thing that they have done? Doesn't make any sense to me at all. Why would you do that? An adorable pig. Hey, Rainforester, how you doing? All right. I did. Left click and then customize. I don't want to. I don't want you to unpause the game. Thank you. Hold left alt to bring up building widgets and villager names. Okay. Oh, we get 10 wood for completing the tutorial. Nice. You've been working too much, Rainforester. Oh no! Well, hopefully you are done for the day and can now chill out and relax. Click on an event. Click to start an event for Zuasha. Okay. Oh, so here we go. There we go. She's got 16, 18, 18, 16. So yeah, so the bonuses are not applied yet on the first screen. Zuasha's met a stranger. While Zuasha was exploring the woods, they ran across a stranger with all their belongings on their back. Hello. I've been travelling for days in search of a place to settle down. I have skills and am willing to contribute. May I join your town? Can we see what those skills are? Can we see anything about you? Or are these your stats, not Zuasha's stats? Are these Zuasha's stats? I'm not sure now. I mean, sure, come join us. No available house for anything. Anyone. Dude, like, we just started. Also, the game is unpaused again. Stop doing that. Oh my god. One day night of relax, currently half over. Oh no. Stranger can always become a hauler. True. You're pretty good at inviting just anyone to hang. Fair. Fair. Kyrie pet. Pig the pig. Pig the pig. We need to name the pigs. Frankie. What do we know about Frankie? Is a foodie, a bookworm, is stressed. Oh man, see, this is why I would love to be able to see their stuff, because I don't want stressed people. Always gets a negative when working. No, thank you. But they're social. We haven't seen social yet. We'll seek out villagers more often to talk. Pretty good skills. Excellent scholar skills. Wow. Open the tip. Stop. Okay. If the devs happen to watch my stream, the fact that the game unpauses every time I do anything at all is almost making me want to just quit out of the game right now. I'm trying to familiarize myself with what I'm looking at here. I'm trying to learn the game. Leave it paused. Stop forcing it to unpause. And don't lock Wazard. Please. Please. Both of those things rather desperately screw the initial impression. Just so you know. Tux, can I do something for you? Why are you yelling at me again? Can you please decide what you want? Can you please decide what you want? You already had your treaties. Are you unhappy because I didn't give you the creamy treats? Dude, you are getting so spoiled. Is that what this is? Is this a complaint that you didn't get the creamy treats? That is not going to work, buddy. Absolutely no way. No way. No way. Right. Can you set... Really don't want to have to lock you away because you're being disruptive. Open the tips menu. Failing to see a tips menu. Is that what this is? No, this is the villagers menu. Task list. What is the tips menu? To view more tips about how to play and some more in-depth mechanics, you can take a look at the tips option on the flip book. Oh, that's this? It looks like a scroll. Okay, sure. Jobs, homeless, resources, inventory, upgrading, eating, outhouse, animals, skills, traits, schedule, interaction, controls, tips. Well, that's where we are right now. Wellness, food, cooking, spirit tree. Spirit tree? Left alt pressed. I would know if I'd pressed the left alt, but maybe I wouldn't. Okay. Tell a villager to chop down a tree. Wood is an essential material for constructing new buildings and for keeping homes warm while your villagers are sleeping. Wood is obtained from chopping up fallen trees. You can click on a villager and then click on a tree to order them to chop it down. Once the tree has fallen, they will automatically chop the fallen tree into logs and then pick up nearby logs once they're done. And take them where? Where will they take them? Left-click a villager, then left-click a tree to order them to chop it down. Okay, well... Apparently I can't even look around without game being unpaused, so what have we got? We got a little pond. What's this? The spirit tree, whatever that is over here. Wait, there was something in here about the spirit tree. This spirit tree guides your town, a vessel for those who have left this life. Clicking the spirit tree allows the player to read through the departed while also serving as a trading post for rare materials. Are you shitting me? Yeah, I'd love to trade with you, man. Can you meet me at the cemetery? Interesting choice. I don't know what we might need to factor in building things, so maybe we'll just start clearing this space here. You chop down this tree, please. Oh no, chat! Oak tree has fallen! Can we chop down... What is berry bush? It looks like a mushroom. Oh, the berry bush is behind. We can't interact with the mushroom thing? Okay. Okay. Liara, you can chop down this tree. Frankie, can you get rid of this rock? Oh god. Little mouse does that weird zoom in thing. Excuse me, I'm clicking on the person. Hello? Kyrie? Can you come over here? And chop down this oak tree. Who else hasn't got a job? Where's Suasha and Morris? Oh, that's Morris. No, where's Morris? Morris. Come and mine whatever this is. Oh, we need iron axes. That's Catarium. Okay. Pine tree. Break apart a rock. I already did that. Use one of the speed changing buttons. I don't want to, but okay. Build 4 tents. Okay. Well, actually I need 5 tents now. So how do we build? Guessing this. There we go. We can build a house, which houses presumably 1. They're a bit expensive. Okay, I can't. Oh, Z. All right. Let's put the tents like over here, kind of out of the way, because we're going to want to upgrade them, right? 1. 3, 4, 5. Okay. I wonder if we can upgrade them or if we have to like knock them down and build something else. They're all unhappy because they had to poop outside. So Asha and Liara got the first 2 tents, I noticed. Oh, okie dokie. Everybody's got a tent. Build an outhouse. Well, a bit late for that, because they've all already pooped outside. Right, I can't move around on the screen if it's paused. I really don't love that. Let's build 2. You know, nobody wants to have to wait. P. Benoit Mobile, hello. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day. Pick up the pine cone. We can pick up the poop. Okay, these are acorns. I know that I got somebody to chop down a pine tree. There we go. Oh, okay. So I've told Kyrie to pick up the pine cone. And he's now just going around and picking up all of the seeds that he can find. That's interesting. Last day of work until the weekend for you, Liara. Right, hang on. Getting a bit carried away, Kyrie. Can you plant the... How do I plant the seed? Oh, there we go. The villager will also collect other tree seeds in an area around them after picking up the first seed. Okay, so I've picked up the pine cone. How do I plant the tree? Ah, here we go. Let's put pine tree here. No? Yeah, there. Oh, I just put it. Okay, the villagers don't have to do that. Oh, mushrooms. Pick up an acorn. He's already picked up the acorns, game. Where's another acorn now? He already picked them all up. Pine cone, acorn. There we go. Frankie, come pick up this acorn. Now Tux wants to go outside. One moment. Alright. Plant an oak tree. I missed It's Kick Hello! Do we have baby yet? Karok, hello! -6 to poop outside, -5 to walk past the stinky outhouse. Oh gosh. Okay, so I guess you have to choose where you build those. You're not that lucky. Build a farm. Okay. Oh, hang on, we've got an event. What's this? Another event for Zuasha. Zuasha's found another stranger. Zuasha, could you please stop inviting random people home? Zuasha's taking a break from her work when she looks up to see a stranger standing at the edge of the woods. The stranger has a backpack filled with goods and looks like they've been travelling for some time. Hi there, calls the stranger. Didn't mean to startle you, but I've been on the road for a while. Mind if I join you for a moment? I could use a breather and some company. Sure. Zuasha gestures for the stranger to join her. The stranger settles down with a sigh, pulling a snack from their bag. Thanks. Say, I don't suppose you know of a village looking for newcomers. I'm searching for a fresh start. Sure, come on in. Morris. No available house for Morris. So that means we've got Morris Mark II. We have a second Morris. Why is Zuasha's thing here orange? Well, we're going to name this one Mori. Not that lucky. You're not carrying her around and you're sick of waiting. Oh dear. What was I about to do? Right, we need a tent now for Morris Mark II. We might put that, stick that there. All right, so where are we going to place the farm? We place it across the river? Farm. Okay, so it's not a building, it's just a farm plot? Okay. Well, in that case, we might just leave it here. We pick them up and move them later? I hope we can. Maybe you're red because you're blushing with all these guys approaching you. The hour's just paid off the dog trainer. Party time! Yay. Alright, change the farm crop. Ooh! Okay, so wheat, capsicum, lettuce, corn, tomato. Grow tomato. Assign a villager to work at the farm. Okay, so we need somebody who's got high farming. Some of them have got the same skills for a number of things, though. Oh no, Kyrie hands down needs to be doing farming. Okay. All right. Why is Suasha so unhappy? We're not seeing any negatives for Suasha, so what does that orange versus green mean?
Huh.
What is this? What is this bar? Wellness. Why is their wellness so shitty? Can you go and pet a cute little animal or something, Suasha? Where are you? Where's Suasha? Where are you?
Huh.
Can I like double click on them to find them? No? Where's she gone? We've lost Suasha. Suasha's like gone. Vanished. Disappeared. And apparently you can't double click on them or anything to get taken to where they are. Ah, there she is.
Huh.
Can you go and pet this? Go pet this. You stuck? Why aren't you doing what I've told you to do? Are you stuck in your tent?
Huh.
Okay, try the I'm stuck button. Where does that put you? There you are. Is that why you were so unhappy? I want to be able to zoom in with the middle mouse and I can't. It just goes up and down and it's... The controls in this are really hinky. Or can I just not instruct them to pet animals? Like, is that not a thing I can tell them to do? Yeah, go pet the cat. Okay, that did nothing for her. Oh, you get a plus 15 for pooping in the outhouse, even if you get a negative for walking past it. Why did you all have to poop outside? There's 2 outhouses. Okay, no there's not. You haven't built the second one. Why is nobody building it? Zuasha's building it now. Alright, what have we got here? An event for Kyrie. Kyrie sets the last stack of wood down and wipes his brow, happy for a good day of hard work. Then Kyrie steps back, trips over a log and falls right into Frankie's arms. Well, there's the answer to the question of whether there's same-sex relationships. Whoa, careful, Frankie says with a laugh. Good thing I was walking by just now, or that would have been a bad fall. Kyrie feels his cheeks turn red. Push away and brush yourself off or linger in their arms a bit. What's he going to do, chat? Do we want to see romance blossom between Kyrie and Frankie? Or do we want to just let them be mates? You know what? We're all really new in town. Let's just keep it cordial for now. Harry steps back, his face hot, though he's not sure if it's from embarrassment or the warmth of Frankie's arms. Well, no harm done, Frankie says. I'll see you around then. Let them walk away. Ask them on a date. Okay, what happens if we ask them on a date? Will they accept, or will they be like, we don't know each other very well? Wait, would you maybe like to have dinner with me? Frankie looks at Kyrie. What did you have in mind? Stuffed peppers by the lake, salad at my place, or tomato soup beneath the spirit tree? Tomato soup's the only food stuff I know that we've got, so let's go with that. I've got the perfect picnic blanket, I can't wait. Kyrie and Frankie have started dating, got closer, and plus 20 wellness to Kyrie, they're going on a date. Well, alright then. Morris's wellness is pretty bad. Joash is asleep, Maury is asleep. Is everybody awake now? Right. Liara. Oh! Zuasha and Liara are out doing errands when suddenly a storm rolls in. Great sheets of pebble-sized raindrops batter the two, forcing them to seek shelter in a nearby cave. With home an hour's journey away, the two have no choice but to hunker down and wait. Thunder belts out in its earth-shaking baritone, beautiful and blessedly distant. Liara sheepishly admits to a mild fear of thunder. Will Zuasha comfort Liara with words or with warmth? I don't know, Zuasha's going to have to choose, Liara. This is Zuasha's choice. Zuasha's agreeing to the warmth, are you? Yeah? Alright. Unrealistic as you love thunder, so do I. Comfort with warmth. Zuasha simply nods knowingly and awkwardly shuffles closer, wrapping an arm around their companion's shoulder. Comforted by their presence, Liara begins to nod off, lulled by the rain's gentle murmurs. When the two awaken, they find that while the clouds may have parted, the couple's embrace it remains. Zuasha and Liara have started dating! Congratulations, guys. Pleased for you both. Alright, we've got an event for Maury. Maury's been having trouble sleeping after Kyrie told a particularly scary ghost story at tonight's fireside gathering. How can they get a good night's sleep after that? Look, he even looks like he's seen a ghost. Take a nature walk, do a little reading before bed, make a comforting snack. You got a really high scholar score? So I'm going to say you enjoy reading. So do a little reading before bed. Maury finds an old book and begins to read by candlelight. It turns out that the scary story Kari told was based on a true story. However, the truth of the matter is a lot less terrifying than Kari led Mori to believe. In fact, the story seems a little ridiculous now. Received +3 to the scholar skill. Oh nice, now he's got 20. It's rainy, but you still love the rain. I love the rain as long as I don't have to drive in it. Are you coming back in, are you, buddy? All right. Well, now that all the romancing has happened, we need to build a lumberyard. Kitchen, lumberyard, research lab, hunter's lodge, quarry, herbalist, trees, and rocks. Okay. Collect wood from nearby trees. Well, if you're collecting wood from nearby trees, then let's put you near trees. How about there? Can I fold this up? Ah, yes, I can. Okay, Kari and Zuasha aren't all that happy, but everybody else is. Build a quarry. Quarry. Okay, game autosave, that's great. Pull stone from the ground for a villager to mine. Shall we put that? Let's just put it right here. Can't? Could somebody come and... Who's our miner? Tux, buddy, you just came inside. Oh my god. Oh my god. Somebody save me from my cat. No, he didn't want to go outside either. He wants things that he can't have. Or rather, I don't understand what he wants. So he's in the bathroom now, because I can't be stopping to deal with him every 5 minutes. All right. Who is our best miner? Kari's got 12, but he's got a job. Suash has got 12. Yao's got 11. Morris has 12. Frankie has 10. Mori. Mori. Where is Mori? Where is Mori? You come and clear these rocks away, please. Alright. If we meet any more strangers, we're going to have to say no, because otherwise we're going to run out of food before we've started creating our own food. Alright. It's Frankie? I think it's Frankie. The Phantom Troubadour. As the village prepares to sleep, a distant song dances through the cool night air. Legends tell of the Phantom Bard, a musical spirit who travels the land seeking alms in exchange for her eerie tunes. Lay out a tribute for the spiritual singer, a spirit asking for handouts? Ridiculous! I mean, sure. Why not? Give us a song. Some villagers brave the night to lay out an offering of food and drink for the spirit before darting back inside. A few moments later, some swear up and down that they saw a woman in all white strumming her lute as she danced across the very moonlight itself. Though few believe them, it's hard to deny the cheerful glow in their eyes. Kyrie, Zuasha, Liara, Morris, Frankie and Maury, that's everybody. They all got plus 30 for that. Nice. Okay. There's space for me to put the quarry down over here now because I really want to put it over here. Now we need to build a research lab. These priorities are a bit odd. I would have thought, I would have thought we would have gone for the Hunter's Lodge before the research lab. Because, like, we're going to run out of food, guys. Okay, so building upgrades we have to research. All right. We get information. Oh, here we go. Comfier beds. Insulated fireplace. Oh, that sounds like it would be worth it. Get that before winter, but it uses iron, which we don't have. Better soil in the farms. Better hoe allows for even better yield. Better tools in the kitchen. Larger spice rack. Sharpens the axes to reduce time on chopping. Meat locker adds additional 100 to meat storage. Villager will now shoot from a distance. Ooh. That would be good. Outhouse. A bigger hole. Adds a large hole to the outhouse for more manure storage. Manure storage. Softer hay makes all the difference and feels better to sit on. Sharpened pickaxes. Mushroom lock. Start collecting one mushroom every cycle. Plus one berry for bush for the herbalist. Let's do the spice rack. Not that we've got the kitchen yet. Now you want me to build a kitchen. Okay, but so far you haven't actually told me to assign workers to this. You're just having me build all these things, but we're not assigning workers. Do you know what? I'm just going to do what the tutorial says. Far be it for me to think I might know better. I'm guessing that this is a game where your unemployed workers do your building. So it actually might make sense to do all the buildings before you start assigning workers. Now you want us to make 3 meals at a kitchen. Well, that does require assigning somebody to it. So, all right. Well, let's add somebody to the quarry. Who's our best person? Maury is going to be our quarrier. Maury's our best scholar, though, as well. Zuasha's got decent scholar ability, actually. Let's put Zuasha in the research lab. haven't assigned anybody to the lumber yard yet either. Who's our best available lumberjack? That would be Morris. Okay, our best cook is Zawasha or Kyrie. Let's put Zawasha in here. Let's put Maury in the research lab. What is Frankie's best skill? Scholar or cook? Okay. Your skills are kind of lacking all round. So I guess we'll just put Frankie in the quarry. And that leaves us with... What's Liara's best skill? Is actually mining as well, but... Or taming. How do I... Does that... how do I make that their job, though? Is there like a building for that? I'm jobless? What do you call looking after scruffles? Yes, exactly. We could build the herbalist. We don't have anybody with particularly good skill at that. Or the hunter's lodge. Oh, the hunter's lodge and the herbalist skill, I think, are both the same. Alright, where's Liara? I would like to be able to, like, click on them and be taken to where they are. Oops, wrong button. Okay, so we've renamed Branda. This is Liara here, but pressing Alt still shows me Branda, so that's a bug. The name above their head when you hold Alt needs to be the name you've actually given them. Now, Liara, could you please tame something? Tame me whatever this is. What is this? Oh, that's not a thing we can tame. I don't know what that is. Tame me a snail? I don't think we need to tame a snail. Can we tame the cow? Tame the cow. Oh, right, I have to tell them to make 3 meals. Select your ingredients. Oh my gosh. Really? Stuffed peppers? Sure. Sure, do that. That's great. Oh, name the cow! Liara, would you like to name the cow? Would a tame snail be named S-Cargo? I approve of this. We should definitely do that. Jeffrey the cow. Very well. Can I not? Stuffed peppers with corn. Sure. Are you making it? Do I have to tell you anything else? No, you're doing it. Okay. We should pronounce Geoff. Alright, Liara, you need to tame a pig. Frankie has discovered a newfound passion? Oh, okay. Villager already has a pet. What is the point of this taming skill then? I mean, I'm looking at Zawasha instead of Liara, I know, but what is the point of this skill if they can only have one pet? I'm a bit confused by that. Frankie, What is your newfound passion? Don't know. You just have one. All right. Okay, so she doesn't seem to be making the food. Or is this... Ah, you had to go fetch the things. Okay. No, you're just eating. Are you cooking? I don't understand what's going on here. I think she's cooking. Okay. The kitchen will make meals that are critical to keeping your villagers happy. Meals have different wellness values depending on how many ingredients you use. Click on the ingredient bubble and select an ingredient from the slide-out menu. If you choose to include multiple ingredients, you can cook different recipes and further increase the meal's wellness value. Be sure to assign a villager to cook the same recipe until they run out of one of your ingredients. Okay, so what if I pick the corn? I said clear. 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 Right. Buggy. What if I choose corn and then... Okay, so if I clear... If I choose corn, we can make bread. Nice. Hello, Sekun. Hello, Galactic Red Dragoon. Who wants a sheep named Chops? I haven't seen any sheep yet. Sekun says maybe the taming skill allows you to do things with the existing pets. Maybe. I don't know. Build a cozy home. Okay, but first I need to know if there are sheep. There's pig. Somebody needs a pet pig. I want a pet pig. Maury, you're very happy. Come tame this pig. Somebody needs to tame the snail. I'm going to get Zawash to have a pet snail. Ow. I'm not seeing sheep. Pigs, snails, and cows. What's this? Another snail. There's no sheep. Don't see any sheep. Another pig. Yeah, pigs, snails, cows. That seems to be all we've got. Oh, okay. We have our snail named Escargot. Maury, did I not tell you to tame the pig? Did you fail to tame the pig? Okay, try taming this one then. You're stuck on a rock. Can you mine the rock? Nope. You're just stuck. Okay, so can we pick up and move the buildings? Yes. Excellent. Let's put the outhouses somewhere that's close by, but they're not going to walk past them all the time and get a debuff. Where can we put them? Let's put them over here. Oh my gosh, look at the way he's running. Ah ha ha! Oh, that is very cute. All right, everybody's gone to sleep. Okay, they're going to be unhappy because they don't have poop houses. I just took them away. This looks cozy. Needs more time in the oven. It needs, they need to hire someone to look at the UI and the controls. The controls are a mess. They are over-reliant on keyboard. They don't use any of the conventional controls. And I've talked about this on Discord. I can't remember whether I talked about it on stream, but if you're creating a game in a genre or a style that has control conventions, use the control conventions unless you have a good reason not to. The mouse wheel going up and down instead of zooming in and out, weird. The fact that I can look around with the right mouse is great, but the fact that if I go into the build menu and say build this, I have to exit cancel with X instead of just right clicking to make it go away like you can do in 90% of other games. And why are there two buttons for rotate right? Why is C and R both rotate right? That's weird. They really need to look at their interface and controls because that part of the game is an absolute mess. I don't know whether that's obvious watching me stream it, but that's how it feels. It feels really clunky, very unintuitive, and I hate the fact that WASD is the only way for me to move around on the screen like this. Doing this, I can change my view, but WASD's the only way to move. And you can't do it when the game is paused. It's the controls are kind of obnoxious. They're kind of obnoxious. I don't know what they were thinking. I really don't. But the game itself seems like it has a lot of potential. I definitely wouldn't recommend buying it yet. It's definitely not ready. Very much definitely not ready. The tutorial is okay, but there's a lot of information that just isn't there, or that comes at a bad time. I hate the fact that I can't find my people. Like, I should just be able to double click on Kyrie and have the camera take me to where he is. And the fact that there's not even a button here to say, show me where this person is. And given that you can't actually give tasks without selecting someone, although if I select Kyrie here and then select the tree, okay, there we go. So you can assign them tasks by clicking on them up here. You don't have to find them in the world. That is a positive. That is okay. But yeah, this is the controls are really, really weird. And the fact that you can't, can you remap them? Here's a question. Can you remap the controls? You can remap the controls. I might actually do that because I don't do WASD. The move down, move up is just weird to me. I don't like it. It says zoom middle mouse button, but it doesn't. Zoom just makes you go up and down as well. Cancel building placement. Can I make that right click? Oh, I can. Okay, that might be all right then. Show villager details. Do you know what? Let's put that on V. Left alt is weird. Here's a good one. If I remap these, will the game actually tell me which buttons to use? Inventory being on I doesn't work. So that's going to have to go on WASD somewhere. Let's put it on S for stuff. All right. Oh, that's much better. But yeah, the middle mouse, that's not zooming, like, guys. That's, no. Okay, so if you scroll the wheel, it goes up and down. If you press the wheel, it brings you in. But then when you release the wheel, it takes you back again. That's not zoom. That's not my definition of zoom. If I want to zoom in, I want to be able to use the scroll wheel for it. Why have you put up and down on the scroll wheel when you've put it on a keyboard already? Weird choices. Weird choices. Okay, stop making bread. This is clunky as well. The whole interface is just clunky. They desperately need to get someone with expertise in UI design and controls. Like, for example, I don't know, a user experience expert. Kyrie. Kyrie really likes Frankie and decides to write him a poem to express his feelings. Kyrie grabs some paper and a pen and settles down to write. The first line should be, "How do I love thee, let me count the ways. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Roses are red, violets are blue." Okay, so "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day" is Shakespeare. "How do I love thee, let me count the ways," I think is also Shakespeare. So I'm going to say roses are red, violets are blue. Unicorns are pretty, and so are you. Perfect. Kyrie rolls the poem up and runs off to find Frankie, then hands him the poem. Frankie reads it, and a smile spreads across his face. "I had no idea you were a poet. This is lovely. Thank you." They have grown closer. And apparently we just went into fall, and we got a really bizarre fall has arrived thing because it was over the top of that event screen. Again, it's clunky. Clunky game is clunky. I don't mind using the middle mouse as another click button, but I don't like the fact that it's only temporary. Like, okay, but at least I can actually move the camera around while zoomed in, but I have to hold the thing down to do that. Your middle mouse is separate from the wheel because you've got an Azeron Cyro mouse. Nice. The hot like fire, you object of desire, you wrap my heart in wire, approve my visa. Oh my goodness, Liara. Alright, build a cozy home. Sekoon is on a 3-stream watch streak. Nice. Base 30 wellness boost. Do I get to choose who lives in that? Because it needs to be Zuasha, I think. Right, okay, so I remapped the cancel building to the right mouse button because that's what I expect it to be. It has not updated the tooltips. Which is like, that's hit and miss. Some games do, some games don't. What's this? Plus 11 bonus speed, plus 10 bonus resources. If I build another farm plot, can I assign the same farmer to it? I'm guessing not. Event for Zuasha. Which wants Zuasha done now? While out exploring the woods, Zuasha hears a branch snap behind her. She turns around and sees a stranger in a tree. "What are you doing?" Zuasha asks. The stranger looks down and waves. "Ahoy there! I'm climbing to get some bird eggs. Come over and catch her so I can get down." Go over and catch the eggs. Lecture the stranger on stealing eggs from a nest. Wish them the best and move on. I guess we'll catch the eggs. I mean, we're early enough in our settlement that we're more interested in the short term than we are in... Zuasha says lecture? Alright, lecture. Zuasha points upwards at the stranger and yells up at them, "What you're doing is wrong and cruel. These birds look for a safe place to keep her young and are innocent." The stranger interrupts. "Let me stop you right there, you soft belly. I haven't eaten in almost 2 days and I am going to eat, so why don't you bugger off and leave me alone?" Total of interrupt plus 4 Zuasha what? Plus 4 Zuasha what? Stop them from taking the eggs, leave the stranger alone. Well, you know what? We started down this path. Zuasha says that they'd stop them. Let's see what happens if we do. Zwasha stands firm. I will not let you take those eggs, the stranger laughs. Oh yeah? How are you going to stop me? Be like, dude, come get food here. Yeah, I like that that's an option. Feed the stranger. Put those eggs back and come to my home, Zawasha offers. I'll feed you some good veggies there. More than those eggs would fill you up. Stranger looks at the eggs, then back at Zawasha. Well, alright. Zawasha and the stranger both sit back in her chairs after a full meal. That was special. The stranger looks almost sad. What's wrong? Zawasha asks. Just wish I had a place like this and resources like you have. The stranger gets up. Well, best be on my way. Thank you for the meal. I'm not going to say join your town because, like, I don't think we're ready for that. But, you know, best of luck to you, mate. Stranger leaves with no eggs harmed. Plus 4 Zawasha, nothing. Plus 6 save some eggs. That's cool. Plus 6 wellness, save some eggs. Adorable. Okay, can I choose who lives in this house? Yes. I want it to be... Is it Zawasha?
Huh.
No. Which one is it that we're having trouble with? Liara. Liara. Live in the house. Wait, I can add more than one person? No. Okay. Liara. Well, 2 people that are living in a tent. Oh, we've got all these empty tents. Okay. Let's boot you. Destroy this tent. Okay, so add the homeless people. Oh, no, there's only one. What? Why can I have 2 people in one tent and not the other? And now I've got 2 people randomly in this tent. I am very confused. Kyrie's apparently living in 2 separate tents at the same time. Yeah, buggy. Very buggy. Very buggy. Ran out of ingredients. Okay, do we have any? We've got some tomatoes. We've got some tomatoes. I don't know where they came from, but we've got some. Oh, did the farm? The farm grew some tomatoes. Let's change to wheat. Build 8 props. Props are an amazing way of adding some flourish to your town. Props can be built on top of one another and are very cheap to construct. In the props tab, select any props that you would like to meet. I'm assuming by props they mean decor items. We have researched whatever we were researching, the spice rack. Let's research better soil. Where is this props tab that you speak of? Props. Oh, we can have a fountain. Fountain. Right here in the middle. Have a fountain there. Oh, it's insta-build? Okay, we definitely need to have ghosts over here at the spirit tree. What do you mean, penny for my thoughts? I've been talking. Are you guys not hearing me? He wanted to hurt the birdies. He doesn't deserve to live with us. I was chopping down trees, yes. You have a specific thought you'd like to inspire. Okay, what thought are you trying to inspire? I want ghosties at the spirit tree. Naming a long-range exploration starship. Oh, I am not the person you want for that. I wouldn't have a clue. I hate where that is. Who's my lumberjack?
Huh.
You know what else we need? We need like a list of people, Morris, so that we can actually see like who's assigned where. I can imagine that when the game really gets going, you'll have too many people to be able to go through them one at a time. Frankie pet the cat? Where's there a cat? Frankie? 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 Where are you? Frankie? That's Frankie. Where's this cat? Is that, what is that? A pig? Where's the cat? Where's the cat? The names on these creatures are way too tiny. I can't even see them. And they're also in white text. So here's the other thing I don't like about the fact that you have to press and hold the mouse thing, is that you also need the mouse icon to be over things to see what they say. And you can't do that whilst you're pressing and holding the scroll wheel. Where's the cat? We need to tame the cat. Frankie, Frankie, you found a cat. Where was it? Well, hopefully the cat will show up again, because I got no idea. Morris, can you cut this tree down too? Is there a name you'd go with something like Seeker? But that's you? Thinking Breeze Venture. But then won't you be upset if the starship gets destroyed?
Huh.
You just get a new one also named Breeze Venture. I see. Frankie walked by a stinky outhouse. Well, then don't walk by the outhouse, dude. I want the fountain there. Wait, what? I know, I want to get rid of the pine tree. This tree is saved. No. Get rid of the pine tree. That was the whole point. Can you actually get rid of the pine tree? Insurance in Elite Dangerous is a fantastic deal. You pay a 5% access and that's it. No premiums or anything. Well, that's highly unrealistic, isn't it? And everything else about Elite Dangerous is so realistic. Like, they've put so much effort into making sure that it's as realistic as possible. And then they do something like that. Nonsense. Nonsense. Know nothing about Elite Dangerous, but I'm reasonably confident it's not remotely realistic in any way. Alright, we need to build more props. Oh, we can put a little watering can down next to the farm. Oh my gosh, it's tiny! What? Okay. We need to build something we can put... What? Baby? Liara's having a baby? Liara and Zuasha have decided it's time to welcome a child into their house. Oh, maybe that's why there were two people in the tent, because they were dating each other. A nearby town sadly has some newborn orphan children in need of a loving home. They both jumped at the opportunity to add a new member to their household. A whole life awaits this newborn. What adventures will he embark on? Whose life will he change? What difference will he create in town? For now, he needs a name. Well, obviously that's Galactic. It's too long. Galactic was born. Galactic, you are the child of Zuasha and Liara. It was Galactic's birthday yesterday. Gameplay conceit you inherited from previous games. You'd actually be correct in that assumption. Well, it's not really realistic. Pains are taken to make it seem real. You mentioned this earlier. They quite literally had a marriage event when you came online. Oh, I missed it. Swarsha says, I love you. Thank you for our baby. Let's put down a little hay bale. In front of the farm. And let's put a watering can on top of it. Where did my watering can go? See, this is, I can't move the mouse to position this. Oh, whatever. I'm going to have to do it from up here. We could have a fire pit. What's this? Autumn lamps. Oh, lantern. Oh, we can have street lights. Oh, I approve. You could have a wheelbarrow. A itty bitty with a wheelbarrow. That's also going near the farm. What else we got? Oh, an apiary. Wait, will we get actual bees from the apiary? A well. Well. A task board. A task board. Put the task board over here in front of the lamp. Is that actually, like, practical? Can we do anything with that? Ran out of tomatoes. Got like 31 meals though. But we have no food left. So Zawasha, stop working in the kitchen. You can go and do something else. Click on an animal. Well, I've done that multiple times already. Name an animal. Done that. This task will complete when a spirit has entered the spirit tree. Well, oh my gosh, we can see Galactic! Well, we can't actually because this is in the way. Galactic! Okay, we can't click on Galactic. Galactic! No, we can't see anything about Galactic yet. Mori is the only single villager we have. Everybody else is in a relationship. Kari and Morris. Mori is asleep. Alright, I think we'll call that there. I think that's enough of that. My summation of this game is it's not ready. But it has a lot of potential. I placed it the wrong way around. What, the task board? No, it's here. It's facing, I mean, it's facing away from the lamp. I don't want it to be facing so that you can't see it. Oh, you're right. No, I stand corrected. The little ceiling, the little roof thing is front. Oh, that's weird. Is that the right way now? I don't know. Yeah, I would say that the art is delightful. The music is lovely. The characters need a bit of fleshing out in that we've got what, like two face models for the men and one for the women, or is that one? No, it's one face model for the men and one face model for the women. So, and we can't actually change anything except their coloring at the customization. Like, you can't rename them or anything there. Like, the characters themselves need some need a bit more time to cook. The controls are an absolute mess. I do not like anything about the controls at all. Up to and including the fact that if I go into the builder menu and I filter to props and I build something, when I next go to the build menu, it should still be filtered to props. But I don't know whether that's a standard thing. That's just what I would like it to do. Like if I'm building props, I don't want to have to filter for props and open B. Like, why can't I keep this open while I'm building things and I choose when to close it? Yeah, I just feel like it needs some attention in the way the player is interacting with what they see on the screen. The anxious tooltip is incorrect because it's not bad wellness effects are amplified. It's just that every day she gets a negative because she's anxious. That's not well described. I would like there to be, when you're choosing your villages at the beginning, some information about what any of this means. Each skill in Lumberjack decreases chopping time. Okay, so that's the Lumberjack skill. Great. It should have the name of it and what job it's for. And the fact that taming doesn't seem to be applied to a job makes me a bit curious as to why it's given the same priority as everything else. Maybe we can get farming at some point. I don't know. But on the plus side, I love the fact that this is not remotely heteronormative at all. All of the events between Kyrie and Frankie used they-them pronouns for one of them, and the other one had he-him pronouns. So there's a lot of the gender inclusivity, the fact that you can adopt babies rather than requiring heterosexual marriages is great. So yeah, it's got a lot of potential, and I am looking forward to seeing where it goes, but I desperately need them to do something about the controls, because it's not actually fun to play from that perspective, fortunately, at the moment. So that's my summary of the last, hour and a half that we've played. That's my feeling, first impression. So I'm going to go to the BRB screen and switch us over to another game. I'm not going to do the game's BRB. I'm just going to go BRB. So give me a moment.